Okay, take 3 at this sort of, kind of, not really. Turns out, like, OBS was lagging my computer too much, so I'm going back to my original recording method. I'm just gonna hope it works with nothing going on behind it, because I know that's caused problems in the past, because that makes sense. If not, I'll record it in 720p. Which disappoints me, but come on, program. Anyway, basically I was having too much lag due to the recording program. Anyway, this guy wants me to show myself. But yes, Yookay-Laylee! Yookay-Laylee! So much hype! Yeah, organics detected. Exterminate, destroy, kill, maim, purge, annihilate. Sorry, never mind. Question, how are you going to, destroy, maim, kill, purge, and annihilate when you don't appear to have limbs or the ability to move or any sort of weapon? Although you might have 2 laser guns on the sides of your head, actually. That would make sense, now that I think about it. Anyway, basically, yeah, stripped down version, final game. It's a pre-alpha. 100 quills. I am playing it with the highest graphics settings on a 3-year-old laptop while recording. Right, old lark. So that is gonna excuse any frame rate issues I have. Because it's fine without that, and this is the highest graphics settings. And it's doing better, it was totally OBS, okay. Yes, jump, press button while in the air to smash. Anyway! Well, there was some frame rate. Again, not blaming the game. Oops. Okay, so, yeah, dialogue kind of loses its luster a bit when this is the 3rd time I've seen it today. You'll still see my blind take. The video is just awful. I'm hoping this time it's better, and I was gonna say, in fact, I'll check mid-turn, but I actually can't. Anyway, first thing! Whee! Sliding! I'm just gonna ignore those quills and just kind of go up here and go like this. You'll notice 2 shadows. There's the, realistic shadow, and then this is where you're gonna land shadow. Brilliant! If you lower the graphics settings, this is where you're gonna land shadow does not go away. I did not make the jump. Water will not affect my circuitry. He's gonna give me a swimming tutorial. I'm not gonna spend too much attention paying to it. Yeah, you can press B to rise and Y to sink, then move with the joystick. I should mention that really slowly rolling looks silly when you're just kind of sitting there. Otherwise, animations are great. Also, please, final version, please allow me to convert the camera's x-axis. I've said this in all 3 recordings, but it feels backwards to me. Now, here's the thing. That interrupted my gameplay mid-jump now, didn't it? Now, it's obviously designed so the first page quill you collect isn't over a pit, which I went out of my way to show off. But this also triggers on the 50th one. Now, in the first game, these did not, in like -2 or Banjo-Kazooie, these didn't interrupt the gameplay. That might be something you want to consider, or at least properly pause the gameplay so I don't like fall or like lose whatever move I was doing, because that could cause issues. Anyway, now I can go and freely get any quill. But yeah, I noticed that in this, which is, I don't know, it's kind of, it's a little bit, 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 it's a little b unfortunate. Anyway, here, this. I'm gonna be trying to, as I've said in the other takes, probably gonna be a little nitpicky, simply because there's things they can fix, and knowing about them, they can fix them. But overall, for a pre-alpha, and even not for a pre-alpha, this is pretty fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, break the lock. Or you could just give it a whack. You know what? This is something I found. That was not the thing I found. Let's see if I can reproduce it. Whee! Yeah, if you do a high jump when you have absolutely no jumping clearance, this happens. So, that's pretty great. That's a potential thumbnail right there. Now, thankfully, this isn't like, I can't roll, I can't attack, I can ground pound to get out of it. If I fall off a ledge, I just fall. However, it's also not that bad because, I can simply jump to get out of it as well. So it's really not that big of a thing. Just thought I'd point that out, that it appears to be when you have no room. Normal jumps don't work, from what I can tell. Like, if I normal jump back here, that happens. But if I, crouch jump back here, this happens. So yeah, there's a little state bug with the crouch jump. So there's that. Can I climb slippery slopes with this? I can climb slippery slopes with this. Okay, well, I found speedrunning tactic numero uno. I must now abuse this. Don't mind me. Because there's also steep slopes. Oh, another thing. Roll jumping exists. Anyway, I want to try now. This is, this must be done for the sake of science. Alright, I need to find a chest over here. Right, up here, there's one. I can walk up this slope. This slope is, I need to roll up. This slope, I can't even roll up. I need to jump up. Anyway, there's another chest here, so I know I can activate the thing. I said. There we go. Okay, now, carefully. Okay, going down slopes doesn't appear to break it. That's good. This is just me. That slope does, though. Okay, never mind. I was gonna, basically what I was gonna try and do was if I could make it over here, I was going to use it to go up there. But so there's a jump here, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. Never mind me. Oh. That's a secret! Ow. I guess that's just the death sound that I never noticed in my first recording. While I'm over here, actually, this is sneaky, because I never really looked around over here, but there's more back here. So let's get it. Okay, I think it's just here, yes. Now, we're just gonna start collecting things, running around, you know the drill. But yeah, any issues I found in my playing, I am going to show off, simply because I want to afford them the opportunity to fix them. And, how else am I going to afford them the opportunity to fix them than showing them the weird things I found that I can do? Like the fact that was semi-stuck there. Okay, self, stop breaking it. Now I gotta learn I can high jump. Also, I don't think I mentioned it. Did I even... Yeah, I did fall in the water. The swimming controls are great. I will go into them more... Like, they're really good anyway. Let's just kind of futz around with the camera here. And show off something. If you get the camera above this place, this happens. I did that with relative ease this time. It's honestly not that easy to do. I'm now going to show off what you're supposed to do and just let the camera come in. It's easier to let the camera come in. It's hard to do that. But there's a pushable block here. You can push it. I am curious if I can push it a little bit and then... Yeah, I can push it away from the wall. Pushable blocks are pushable. There's no real push animation. But there's some quills here. We're gonna go over here, get this out of the way. Head on in. Also, 3 different camera angles. I didn't really comment on them. I feel like each belongs in a different place. I think this camera angle is good. For like somewhere where it's more like about the maze and being able to see the surroundings. But it's too large, but it's a larger area. Like, for this area, it's a little silly. I'm gonna comment on the camera angle, because, yeah, this guy says to, exterminate everyone. And, basically, I can, comment on my, like, feedback of this on their website, which I'm going to. I'm just gonna push that the rest of the way for no reason. Now, so yeah, this one's good for like a larger maze area, basically larger than this. For like a puzzle room maze of, I'd say this size and maybe a little smaller, this camera angle is good, like the fixed one. Although it can be easy to lose track of where you are, like, you probably have no idea where I am right now. I'm right here, by the way. I mean, it's easy when you're not cutting, but this one I feel like is good for like a more catacombsy, like, I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going type of thing. Anyway. We're gonna go over here. I totally derped that. Okay, where should I go next? How about over here? But yeah, so, I'm trying to remember what yes, self, be crazy like that. What I've said in this recording and in other recordings, but like, I really do dig the animations overall. It's just like, I wish I had Grip Grab. I also wish I was Dixie Kong from Tropical Freeze right now, because, I would have been able to get back up. Which is why I like Dixie Kong and Tropical Freeze. Because she saves your ass when you screw up. Just saying though, with the rolling, I have a tendency to end up rolling slowly. Because of this. I know like, half its purpose is to go faster. But yeah, swimming. You'll notice, I just kind of like sit here when I swim. Now, this is actually relatively realistic. Because, the average unmodified human is extremely close to, neutrally buoyant. Basically, it can depend on how muscular you are. In my particular case, and I'm fairly, like, average build, I'm, like, not super overweight, I'm not super muscular or anything, for, like, that, though, for me, in particular, I'm actually positively buoyant, meaning I float if I have a lung full of air. But if I actually exhale, I'll sink. Which, basically the controls, if you're on, which means, like, I can actually float on the surface with my mouth above water, but, like, here, you'll notice I can, like, swim down, swim up. I can swim straight up, easily. But he's treading water only while on the surface, which is realistic. To keep your head above water like that, you need to tread. Anyway, there's my little thing on. But yeah, like, So, like, someone who's more muscular is more likely to sink because muscle is denser than water, but someone who's more of a lard ball will float. So, like, for example, Broggy would float. Also, various body modifications, which is why I mentioned unmodified, can have an effect, like, because they, unlike the human body, artificial things like that tend to weigh more than, or less than, water, while the human body is mostly water. Yes, that, clearly. I have a weird mind, okay? Now, we're gonna go up here. So yeah, it depends on a lot of things. But we want to head up here, and, as you can see, I'm rolling really slowly. Now, fun fact, in my original recording, that was, why do I have trouble with this part? Like, I'm very aware that this is me, but there we go. Good. Now I'm back down here. This is the hardest thing for me to climb for some reason that I don't entirely understand. Now, I do like how it just has, like, that watermark to point out that this is the pre-alpha. Gotta go out of your way to have that watermark. Anyway, let's head up here. Head up. Miss! But we'll make it. This is gonna take me a while, so I'm probably gonna cut in this. There's wind over there. I'll get to it. We can do this. Yay! Save state. I am back. Anyway, this is gonna be the first of the, I haven't really mentioned this, but I'm probably gonna release 3 videos on this toy box. This one. Hopefully. This one. The, one where is my original one that has, like, the horribly broken footage. And, like, basically, like a quick and dirty, like, highlights feedback reel that's specifically designed for the good folks at Playtonic Games so that they can digest my feedback in a more rapid manner if they don't have time to watch me bumble around this for 2 hours. I'm hoping that the video isn't 2 hours long. I will cut, don't worry. Okay, now, here. Anyway, I can just kind of... No, I missed. I want the note. I called it a note. Fun fact, I didn't grow up playing the Banjo-Kazooie games. I only played Banjo-Kazooie for the first time after backing Yookay-Laylee. So to me, Banjo-Kazooie is kind of a negative Tuka. Yes. I missed. I don't think I was supposed to miss. Now this is gonna be extremely... Come on. Finally back up here. Let's not mess up this platforming. Okay, this stupid pink ball will go down the hole. Thank you. Why am I not talking? I haven't done this before on this video. Anyway, I'm just kind of moving this physics ball around, which is like one of the few physics things in the game, and like so far, and one of the more, I made that part look easy. I guess that's recompense for having to spend so much time getting the darn ball back. I'm pretty sure it would be possible if you were really demented to lose the ball, but I'm pretty sure you'd have to try really hard. Anyway, let's put the ball in here so we can get these notes. And now let's go down this wind tunnel. Let's just kind of stand here. Does the breeze make you feel alive, users? Sure. Can I go under here? I can. So this is another place where I could do this. Can I go through the breeze like this? No. Okay. Fair enough. Whee! Let's get out of this state. Hey, I could go straight into a roll this time. Because rolling is probably the easiest way to get out of here. Anyway, here I want to just pound these. Now, we're almost at 50 quills, so we're almost halfway through this. Supposedly. Which is good. Because I feel like I've recorded this a lot by this point. And I still have to find the final thing. Which is a thing. Also, there's at least 2 secrets I know of that you don't have to get. So I will be getting those. Now here. Every time so far I've gotten hit by this trap. Yay, I dodged the trap. Those things do damage. 50 quills accumulated. Yeah, that, as I mentioned, is something that can be distracting. Now, we shall go this way. We shall not go this way, actually. I just realized I forgot something. Because I was just talking about secret areas that aren't really required, so to speak. Also, I've just been totally ignoring what makes this the Toybox Plus. But that's okay. Anyway, up here, there is basically nothing in particular. However, along with the nothing in particular, there's a switch. We want to hit the switch, because that creates a secret passage. So let's try and get into this secret passage right away. We missed. So let's go around, and we missed. And camera got caught on corner. That's something that might need to be checked, because it's kind of easy to do. The secret passage is hard to get into, by the way. That's the best way to do it. Anyway, so let's go in here. What do we have in here? We have the special effects room, actually. Or the particle effects room, rather. And we have Mr. Robot Man. Inept. That's your name. Did you know, really? You really enjoy particle effects. Good to know. So we have, Mr. Man with a zoom effect behind him. Which looks quite nice. I mean, he looks quite silly. Also, we have Jiggly Mr. Man in the water. And, if I can... Yookay-Laylee behind the water. We can't go into the water ourselves. I think that's the water effect, actually, specifically. We have fire. Laylee is bathing in fire. We have Captain Marvel over here. No, I'm not going to explain it. It's going really low frame rate when I get close to it, apparently. From a distance, it's fine, but like, let's just get really up close to this one again. Yes! Clearly! I don't think I'm going to be doing that in the actual game, though, because it would probably hurt. We have, sparklies here. Like, this feels like, like an intensified snow effect. We have this fog, which is, like, really cool. It, like, if I get it in the right angle and I go over to this fire, right? Let's go over to this fire. Fire Laylee. Fire Laylee. Or Fire Yooka, rather, I guess. But, like, if we go into this fire in the right way and we just kind of, twerk the camera in the right way. Come on. I like how this happened just totally by accident in my actual recording, but just... that looks kind of, if I get it just right, that looks kind of badass. Anyway, we also have this effect. Swirly, like, sparky thing. Again, getting too close to them seems to cause lag. So don't. But that's not the point. We have glowy thing here. Must stand in glowy thing. Oh, it's just behind me right now. Then we have the purple fire over here. I like the purple fire. I think that was the one that I liked. Now, what was the one that I had, like, epic Laylee in? Was it the sparky thing? There is one. There we go. That's it. That looks pretty, like, power Laylee. Anyway, those are the particle effects. They're fancy. I thought it was this one for some reason that I did something epic with. But no, it isn't. But yeah, these are the particle effects. I'm really not much of an art guy, so I don't have much to say on them. Other than getting too close to some of them causes frame rate issues. Anyway. Yes, look at those particles. They're fancy. Anyway, that's the secret room number 1. Now we're gonna head back out. Go over here. And continue on. Now, how on earth do we get back, you ask? Well, we kind of do this. Is there anything up there? Yes, there is. I totally missed. That would have been dumb if that was the last quill I collected. Must live. I live. Okay. That was not what I wanted to do there. I wanted to do that. There we go. Because we want to go up here. We want to high jump up here. Now we want to high jump up here. Find out we can't. But we can high jump off of the chest. Totally. Anyway. Next up in my list of areas to explore. I still got a lot to do on the main island, actually. Calling this the secondary island in this case. But I do like how they always Yuka's tail when jumping. End of statement. Good. Let's head over here and there. There's a thing. There's a chest over here. We want to get that because that's going to have another 2 quills in it. There's that island over there that doesn't exist. What are you talking about? I still haven't seen anywhere that to me screams where the secret thingy that unlocks when you beat it was, which is unfortunate. Now, here's the thing. I have 59, which is good, because there are 100. But I'm not going to be done even when I collect them all, just saying. Now... Whee! This is a steep slope. Ow! By the way, this animation I like. It's kind of silly seeing it on a steep slope. I can't go through there, apparently. Now... I am very curious as to what this is, but I don't think I'm supposed to. Anyway, now that I'm dead, let's head over to the main island, maybe? I forget what I've done in this session. I still haven't gotten those. Like, what I got first, I still haven't gotten the rest of. Wow me. Way to jump me. Good job jumping there, Raucow, or whatever the quote was. There we go. 62. There's more over here. I'm kind of ignoring them on purpose. Because I kind of want to, not die after getting all 100 quills. Call me crazy for having that as a goal, but let's just kind of wrap around to here. I don't think that's how you're supposed to get over here, but it's how I'm gonna get over here. Anyway, there's a door here to another not secret area. This is just a normal area. Now, these are quills, and now here we have our first Ghost Rider. I'm gonna get him almost instantly. Freeing us Ghost Riders, what fun. But in this sandbox, there's only one. I'm assuming there's, like, if the Ghost Riders are the rhyming character, which is what is implicit here, right? If they are the rhyming character of this game, they're gonna need to talk more than once. Because, we need our, fill of Playtonic rhyming, clearly. Clearly that's a thing we need. Anyway. Over here. Is that where it is? That is very possibly somewhere it could be. I'm gonna have to look up here more thoroughly when it comes to it. Anyway, over here, we have some more, like, the wooden platforms kind of stick out in here, but that's more what the game actual is gonna look like. Anyway, we have some boxes here. We can move around the boxes. We can also smash the boxes, and, that wasn't a very good smash. There we go. It's, box physics. Except, despite my best efforts, I couldn't get it to be as glitchy as the Ratchet and Clank box physics. I mean, it's obviously not perfect, it never will be, but, like, they can take forever to fall over sometimes, but, no, that's still leaning against the wall. It's gonna fall over, yeah. These barrels are a little worse, but not that bad. Like, it's mostly because of the way I think they're actually, like, programmed their shape. Where am I going? Where am I going? Nowhere in particular? Okay, fair enough. Like, there's not much over here, but yeah, there's some, like, physics sandbox. You can actually, like, push around the stuff, push the box on the stuff. I couldn't get any LOL box physics to happen. So, good job there, Playtonic. But, like, that's what I mean about, like, I think I mentioned this earlier. They have a little bit of, like, sandbox physics in here, but they're not abusing it. They're just like, okay, here's a breakable object. Well, the breakable object shards are gonna have sandbox physics, and just because they can. Not because they need to, or you need to use, camera was not entirely pleased with that maneuver. Need to use the sandbox physics, and here's another box I can break. Like, the pieces can take forever to fall over sometimes, but, like, there was something supporting that, kind of. I mean, it wasn't perfect again, but it's video game physics engine. They're not perfect. Now, be careful on these platforms, because as you can saw, they can tilt enough to, fall you off of them. Anyway, I'm almost up. Now here! Here! This guy! This guy's a jerk. Psst, you made it to the top of the island. Now you can view all those pleasing geometric shapes and grids. Enjoy it before Final Game's inferior, highly detailed organic art arrives. Now, I would enjoy it and look around, but there's actually no first person button. There doesn't need to be one, but it'd be nice to have one. That face. It is glorious. Another thing! This is such a minor detail, but I love it. Now, both of them have a subtle breathing animation. You'll notice with, like, Laylee's, like, shoulders rising and lowering, and, like, Yuka's mouth. I just got their names completely backwards there, but, you'll notice Yuka's... No, Laylee, the bat. Laylee is the bat. Yooka is the Charmeleon self. But you'll notice Yooka breathes slower than Laylee. I don't know if this is generally true, but like I know when I think of my dog, she breathes faster than me. Smaller animals, I think, do in general breathe faster, so I do like that detail. And like Laylee's supposed to be hyper and stuff. Anyway, he says this is the top of the island, so obviously we want to keep climbing. That tripped me up the first time. We can't make it up here, right? So, but it's the top of the island, obviously. No. No. Don't be tricked by Mr. Inept. He is, after all, kind of inept. Anyway. Now we get a higher view. But yeah, some first-person mode, along with the invertible x-axis, would be nice in the final version. I know you said more moves. That was the camera twitching. That should be one of them. Anyway. User too high, frame rate dip detected, terminating artists. So yeah, this is the very top. You can actually get higher than he claims, which I do like that subtle throwback. Anyway, these red spheres, they hurt. So I think that's the invincibility, like flashing, it's just like yellow glow, which is interesting. No, I'm not gonna try and pop every bubble. But, basically, we don't have health in this. We don't have lives in this. We can't jump on this slope, which is weird to me. But basically what I want to do is get hurt. I'm just going to kind of, do that. Because I want to get to the side of the hill. Because you want to land on this platform. This platform. Is there something back there? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Now, doing this will open the second secret. Will I successfully get to the second secret? Probably not. But I'm gonna try, darn it. And I'm gonna try and do it legit. The legit way. As in, with getting hurt. Okay, I actually did make it. I didn't get hurt that many times either. I don't know how much health I'm gonna have in the final game, but... anyway. Dirt. Metal. Sounds like some form of wood. Not very freaky. Water, obviously. You can even see the splashes. This one's kind of dusty. It's also dusty. I can't say I know what this one is off the top of my head. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. Squeaky floor. Wait, is this? This is ice! Ice physics! I didn't even realize that. I like ice physics. I'm not sure if the squeaky is necessary though. That being said, also you need to add sounds for Laylee's roll, still. As you can see. I'm sure you just haven't gotten to that yet. So yeah, this is ice physics. But, that being said, maybe less squeaky for ice physics. The physics themselves seem fine though. Grass, I'm thinking. And finally, snow. The snow sounds right. And it does slow you down like real snow. I do like the snow physics. Although, it could get annoying if it's used in too much quantity. Of course. Since Laylee's roll makes you immune to it. No, it doesn't. It doesn't make you immune to the slowdown from it or the slipperiness from the ice. This could also be sand, actually. But I think it's supposed to be snow. But yeah. Not sure why the ice squeaks. So yeah, those are, that's what's over here. And here's me almost dying. So I'm gonna do a roll jump here. I do like how you kept the roll jump! Man! Like, Rareware invented the roll jump. Retro Studios kept the roll jump in Donkey Kong. Which, by the way, Retro Studios, you're probably not watching this. Playtonic's more likely watching this. I know, at least one person from Playtonic has indicated feeling the, same way about this, but good freaking job, Retro Studios. You guys, I'm a huge fan of the old Donkey Kong Country series. Never really got the Banjo-Kazooie games until I played Banjo-Kazooie for the first time. And it was a good game. And that was actually after I backed this game. I think I already mentioned that. I still love Yooka's tail animations. They are nice. Have I been in here yet? I don't think so. There's this floating platform that you can push around. I'm not sure if it's affected if I jump onto it with momentum. Or if I jump off of it. I don't think so, but it'd be cool if it was. Anyway, let's just kind of pop this chest. I do like how colorful, by the way. I really wish I had first person, though. Like, for the final game, because you guys are going to create a beautiful, colorful world. I'm going to want to be able to look at it. Anyway, I haven't done that yet either. Anyway, let's just go over here. This, by the way, is the reason I scrapped my last recording, is this. Yes, this. Why am I not talking? I'm over here now, by the way. Now, there is a note I can get for going down this slide, and I'm going to get it by going down this slide. But now I must do science. I apologize, Playtonic, but I must do science. Oops. This is totally gonna work, isn't it? I didn't do the glitch right. Alright, science time. Can I walk up this? Yes. I could totally get this note early by doing this. Noted. So, yeah. If you don't want to fix that glitch, it's a speedrun abuse tactic. Alright, let's go up here. I am missing 10... I'm missing 10 notes still? Oh, I haven't done that yet. I see. Anyway, I haven't done anything, I've left my last notes to ones that I should be able to make it back to, home base safely after I get. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of totally cheese my way up here. Hope you don't mind. Normally you glide from over there and do a few things. I've done it before. I'll probably show it off if I fall. Or even if I don't, I'll probably show it off while I look for the secret. Anyway, I'm only missing 2 notes. Please tell me that I didn't open a chest somewhere that I can find with relative ease. Anyway, I don't think I talked to this guy over here yet, did I? Is that the chest? No, that's not the chest. Alright, I talked to you with A, B, obviously. Go, good news, users! I exterminated all the other NPCs in the simulation. Now you can roam free. We'll just see about that. Also, his doesn't cover a repeat dialogue. Where did I miss 2 quills? It wasn't in the plan to be missing 2 quills at this point. What 2 did I forget? What chest did I miss? Cause like 2 quills is a chest. Now, I'm under the assumption that, seeing as this thing is basically all about collecting quills, that they've made quills, more difficult to get in this simulation than, like, the actual quills are often going to be. Because, like, basically some of the chests and, like, the harder to find quills in this, I imagine in ye final product would actually be... I was hoping my final quills wouldn't be over here. Where did I miss quills? I've been going for an hour already, really? This is longer than the first one at this rate. Am I really failing worse than the first time? That's sad. I got that chest. I can totally skip to here. Why was I not doing that? I found them! Found them! Found them! Okay, they're over here. Which means I'm gonna have to try to get back safely. It's right there. Okay. Now... Yay! I collected quills. A binary classic. 100 in binary is not a nice number. But like that would be one. That'd be 4, would it not? 1, 2. Yeah, that's 4. Or, if you're writing 100 in binary, it's, I'm not gonna bother saying it. I guess if I'm feeling like it, I'll, post it on screen. Anyway, I didn't die! This means I actually get to look at the pagey this time. Because the pagey is exactly where you respawn. So if you die, you just instantly pick it up. Which is kind of disappointing. But yeah, if you actually just make your way back over here. There it is. It's shiny sounding. Let's just get a good look at it. Now, I do like how it's actually a 3D object. It's not like the thing. So if I like look at it from the side, it's just a side. But yeah, there's our golden pages. Let's pick it up. Nice. Greetings, users. I have a secret for you. Now, where the heck was that is the question. I keep hearing him around here, but I haven't seen him around here, which leads me to suspicion that there's some way to get into this structure. Oh! 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 That is well hidden! I found it though! I'm not done. There's something else. However, seeing as I hear him around here, I want to say it's going to be around here. It is. Or this has been here the entire time and I'm just blind. There's a skull. Creepy. Is this my reward? Or is this just somewhere else? Greetings, user. Yeah. All right. You know what? You're not going to see what this message was. That's going to be our little secret. I'm sure there's a million other people who've already revealed this message. But I'm not going to be one of them! Wah! I'm totally going to forget what that message was by the time the game comes. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm not done! Because, well, apparently there's an island over there that I never went to. I just noticed that. Let's go over there. Shall we? Alright, let's go. Alright. I missed. So over here there's enemies. I just went into the thing by accident. My apologies. But in here we can go back in. I'll show that off later. Let's see if I can pull off the secret move. There we go, I did it, but I didn't even really see it. Also, you're wearing a pawn on your head or something. Victory! Anyway, this feels so good. Like, for the most part, other than a few minor things, it controls like a finished game. And I like that. Anyway, I guess I should show off what's in this mouth. Enemies just came back out, by the way. Okay, we have just a gallery of their different animations. Again, first person would be nice, but you know what this reminds me of? The Insomniac Museum. That look. And this guy. He looks scared. But yes. Shall we go back in and fight some more guys? Alright, another pot. I want to show off that move again. Although if I keep killing them all, I won't. And there's one other thing I have to show off before I'm done. Assuming this hasn't corrupted again. Come on, respawn, guys. Oh, one other thing I should mention that I haven't yet. While there is, other than the joystick thing, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the control scheme. It's still always nice when you can adjust the control scheme. You can on Steam, I know, but like I'm getting the console version of the game, Wii U specifically, which I know a lot of people are. No, Laylee always holds his tail out to the one side, apparently. I never even really noticed that he did that. But it is actually, like, I do like how he doesn't stand in, like, a symmetric position. Ow. Ow. Also, this guy. Pants. Anyway, with that, I think we're done here, and I have signed out. Hopefully I've shown off everything I've needed to show off in this, and I have a surprise waiting for me when the game comes out now, don't I? That's exciting. Anyway, I guess I should give some final thoughts here, if I haven't given them already. So far, this thing has everything it needs of a obviously not finished yet version of a good game. Which is nice. Like, it has everything, basically, that is suggesting that this is going to be a good game. Which is great. I mean, there's things that need to be done. Would these things be deal breakers if they are not done for the final version? Well, the camera controls would annoy me, but, everything else that I've really mentioned, I don't think, like, they'd be awkward to be missed. But I don't think any of them would be deal breakers. Which is kind of impressive, considering this thing's what? Like, a year and something's work, and they've still got another 9 months, 6 to 9 months to finish it? Like, I mean, there's work to be done. Don't get me wrong. But, like, they're on the right track. Anyway, so yeah, like, overall fantastic. I'm inside, apparently. I never even noticed that. Overall fantastic job. Keep up the work. Keep up the great work. Make this game the game that it appears you're currently making. That is the game we all want.